Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you a reading for Friday, November 21st, 2025. And out of the Light Seers Tarot today, we have the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So this is really a time where you might be feeling a little bit off your game, feeling a little bit weighed down. You've been under a lot of pressure. And I think that ultimately you've been distracted by all the chaos that's surrounding you, and it's sent you down a little bit of a rabbit hole. And so over this time period, you have been through a lot of lessons, and it's understanding that you are resilient. I think you're very hopeful to end a conflict, but it may not end by the means in which you want it to end. And I think that the Ace of Base song that comes into mind is like, you don't turn around because you're going to see my heart breaking. So I really feel as though this is something that's upsetting to you, and you're kind of putting up this front that, listen, I think everything's going to be okay, right? You're still hopeful. And I think that ultimately, though, you're very sad about things, right? It's feeling left out, feeling not included. You could be isolating because you're questioning your own worth, right? And I think that through this all, you're going to find that this could be a little bit of a fool's game where you may come to the realization that, my gosh, I have felt like I've wasted so much time, so much energy and resources trying to get through this. And you're going to find that you felt as though that was all pointless, unfortunately. And I think that, you're going to feel as though there's no way out of this, right? Okay. But there is a choice that you have to make. There is a clear choice you have to make. And it's going to be a difficult choice for you. I think that right now you could feel a little bit more blinded by the situation because you're not being able to see things so clearly because of all of the chaos and emotion that comes with that. And I think ultimately you're going to question, am I going to continue this path? Because you do have a choice. You don't have to. And I think that there's something that's kind of missing. There's not all of the information available to you at this time. You don't know all the details, but I think that something will end up being revealed, some sort of a truth, right? A truth will set you free. And then you're going to come to some sort of stance where you are feeling affected maybe by somebody's gross incompetence. Like they really did not have this skill and they acted very unprofessionally, and you're going to question, like, my gosh, did you even try? Like, you're going to be really upset with that. And I think ultimately it just breaks down to what we have is a failure in communication, right? And so I think that you're sad because you may decide, like, look, this has to come to an end. I have to end this, right? And so you may even feel that, like, you know what, I'm not sure I even want this anymore. And so there is a little bit of I don't want to say silver lining, but I think that ultimately once you realize that, it's not even anything that you're wanting to put any more effort and time into, that blindfold here on this card, that blindfold will fall away and you're going to be able to see things a lot more clearly. And so this is about understanding that this is going to be a time where you're going to have to heal, right? And you can see that white bird here on that card, and that's bringing in that healing for you. And I think it's time for you to follow your heart's desire, because as you heal, you're going to have a lot of peace. And I think you'll come to some sort of a realization that, like, you know what? I'm going to decide that I'm never going back. You're never going to put yourself in this type of a situation again. And you realize that, you know what? I think I also may have bit off more than I can chew. So allow yourself that time and space to heal and pour your energy into you and becoming you again, right? Finding yourself through all of this. So beautiful read here. I know it's a little bit of a difficult time, but you will get through this. I think that you've been through a lot of lessons, but again, you are resilient and you will come through this just fine. So thank you so much for tuning in. I do so hope that this helps you on your journey. And if it does, please don't hesitate to hit that like button, subscribe so that you're in the know of all of the new content that's posted. And as always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.